Welcome to Liberty Connects, brought to you by Liberty Senior Living. Whether you're a prospective resident, current resident, a family member, influencer, or simply someone who cares about aging well, this is your place to discover what's next and enjoy the journey. Each Liberty Connects podcast is made up of five-minute segments, which will be available on the 5th of each month. I'm your host, Lisa Fielding, and I'm excited to share some inspiring stories, smart ideas, and practical ways to stay vibrant and connected. Let's get started. Liberty Connects will celebrate what's possible for every stage of life. Let me tell you what to expect from our podcast. Each 5-part segment will be broken down into short chapters. The titles and topics? What's This Button Do? Featuring technological advances that benefit, assist, or entertain seniors. Living Better, sharing tips, practices, events, and more that will promote wellness, fulfillment, and joy. The Now List, featuring hot trends you'll want to be aware of, will talk all about new products, services, initiatives, or practices that could have an important impact on your life. Or perhaps we'll feature a trend that will make you laugh. Either way, it will be worth a listen. Matters that matter. Sharing news of interest that impacts older adults. And a few things worth passing along, featuring advice. Some will be from seniors, senior moments per se, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the hilarious. We'll be looking for entries from our listeners. We'll also feature advice for small wins that come from trying to make sense of today's ever-changing world. From tech quirks to cultural curveballs, we'll research and then share practical tips, clever workarounds, and humorous moments that remind us progress matters more than perfection. Each episode brings you something new, fun facts you may never have known, ideas you'll want to try, innovations that are changing the game, and stories that remind you just how rich and full life can be. Whether you live in a senior living community, are passionate about aging well, or have an older loved one, this is your place to discover what's next, laugh a little, and maybe see things in a whole new light. At Liberty, we know that connection is the secret to a vibrant life, and we're here to make sure you never stop growing, learning, and enjoying the journey. This is Liberty Connects, where people, purpose, and possibility come together. What's this button do? Press play, discovering the joy of podcasts at any age. We're here to celebrate curiosity, connection, and the joy of discovering new things, no matter your age. And what better way to start than by talking about something that brings all of those elements together? We're talking podcasts. You've probably heard of them. Maybe you already listened to some. But if you're not sure what all the buzz is about or assume they're just for tech-savvy teenagers, we're going to set the record straight. You'll be interested to know that there are more than 584 million podcast listeners worldwide. That's according to Blacklinko, a respected online resource that relates to digital content. This is nearly a 7% increase over the past year. The report adds that approximately 158 million U.S. consumers, that's 55% of the U.S. population ages 12 and over, listen to a podcast at least monthly. If you grew up with talk radio, you already understand the appeal. News, music, advice, and storytelling that keeps you company. Podcasts are very similar, but with a big difference. You choose when, where, and how to listen. Podcasts are like on-demand radio shows. No need to tune in at a certain time. You just press play on your smartphone, your tablet, or your computer, whenever and wherever it's convenient for you. Many podcasts include video, but it's totally optional. You don't have to watch or read anything. Just listen. And why not? Podcasts are entertaining. Whether you enjoy a good laugh, a compelling story, helpful advice, or breaking news, there's something for everyone. They're educational. From short health tips to deep dives into history, podcasts are a simple, no-pressure way to keep learning. Active listening can even be shown to support brain health and cognitive function. They're accessible. No special equipment needed, just an internet-connected device. They foster connection. Many podcasts build a sense of community. You may find yourself swapping favorite episodes with friends or even discovering new interests alongside others. The variety is incredible. Gardening, travel, music, comedy, mysteries, faith, wellness, true crime. There are thousands of options on just about any topic you can think of. Here's a fun fact. Guglielmo Marconi, who invented the radio in 1895, is credited for saying, in the next era, thought itself will be transmitted by radio. That vision has come true. Podcasts are thoughts, stories, and ideas shared directly through sound, anytime and anywhere. Liberty Senior Living is proud to introduce its podcast series, Liberty Connects. We've built our success in senior living by doing what we love, growing, innovating, and learning along the way. This new podcast is our way of sharing the knowledge and insight we've gained, drawing on our legacy of care, expertise, and innovation that spans generations. Our company's involvement in healthcare dates back more than 150 years. Today, our fourth-generation company continues our tradition of service and dedication, which manages more than 30 independent and assisted living communities across the region. Combining your wealth of professional experience, trusted resources, and industry knowledge, we're proud to share meaningful information through our podcast in a format that's as accessible and engaging as the work we do. If you're new to podcasts, don't worry. Ask a friend, family member, or staff member to help you get started. It's as easy as choosing a topic and just pressing play. Remember, you never have to stop learning. You can always discover something new or rediscover the simple joy of listening. Living better, fitness through the ages, and why fun keeps people moving. What hasn't changed, though, is its goal: to keep our bodies strong, balanced, agile, and healthy. Today, there's truly something for everyone, whether you prefer solo workouts or group classes, in-person guidance or online platforms, formal instruction or lively motion. Remember jumping jacks and push-ups? Yep, those basic calisthenics still hold up. But fitness really took off when it became entertaining. Jack LaLanne made it engaging. Jane Fonda made it fashionable. Arnold Schwarzenegger made bodybuilding cool. Jazzercise and Zumba added rhythm and flair. And along the way came tools like hula hoops, which are fun and a little quirky, and vibrating belts, which were optimistic but ultimately ineffective. Today's tech-infused options include Peloton bikes, the Mirror, and specialized equipment like New Step and Nautilus machines. But no matter the method, the fundamentals remain the same. Build strength, boost cardiovascular health, and improve balance. Liberty Senior Living embraces this philosophy, weaving fitness into daily life at all its communities. At Hayes Barton Place in Raleigh, North Carolina, Wellness Director Shannon Hardy brings fresh energy to traditional routines. She says she likes her group classes to be fun. They offer cardio drumming, where residents beat yoga balls with drumsticks, to Motown and disco hits. Core and agility classes challenge both body and brain. Even seated programs like Sit and Fit get a creative twist with rotating equipment from Pilates rings to tennis balls and layered activities that require coordination and focus. Shannon's favorite challenge, she says, is tossing a tennis ball with your right hand while marching your feet and making a triangle with your left hand. She acknowledges that while it sounds a little silly, it gets your brain and body working together. The energy in these classes is joyful, with residents singing along to the music and staff jumping in to join the fun. Shannon says that every Friday, a different staff member joins cardio drumming, sometimes in goofy outfits, and it makes the whole experience more connected. So it's not just about keeping busy, it's about staying engaged and having a blast doing it. And fitness, it turns out, doesn't need to be just a routine. It's an experience. And the secret to sticking with it is to find something you enjoy, because when exercise is fun, it becomes something you look forward to. Whether it's boogieing the dancing queen or drumming to the beat, at Liberty Senior Living Communities, fitness is something everyone can be part of. Fitness is fun, social, and good for the body and mind, and residents stay active, sharp, and engaged, showing that movement and enjoyment go hand in hand for lifelong wellness. Matters that matter. Unretired and unstoppable. Why more seniors are returning to work. Well, retirement used to be the ultimate finish line. Work hard, stop working, relax forever, sleep late, buy a boat, even travel around the world. But increasingly, many older adults are putting a new twist on this traditional narrative. They're unretiring. They're shifting gears and stepping back into the workforce. Or they're resistors, simply choosing not to retire in the first place. Whether part-time, freelance, or full throttle, this new phase of life is looking less like endless leisure and more like reinvention. For some, retirement simply isn't all it's cracked up to be. The idea of a permanent vacation may sound appealing in theory, but in practice, it can get boring fast. After decades of structure, challenge, and social interaction, some retirees find themselves missing more than just a paycheck. They miss purpose, stimulation, and the camaraderie that comes with being part of a team. The financial implications of retirement are a strong motivator for unretirement. Life expectancy is rising, and people are spending more years in retirement than ever before, potentially a third or even half of their lives. That's a long time to stretch savings, especially with rising healthcare costs and many private retirement plans shifting from predictable employer-funded pensions to more volatile individually managed accounts such as 401ks. For those who retire before 65 and do not yet qualify for Medicare, the cost of health insurance alone can be quite a wake-up call. Although you love your spouse dearly, you may not be quite ready for 24/7 togetherness just yet. You might find it to be a little bit stressful. Although for your entire career, you've maybe dreamt of your retirement, you've realized that doing nothing isn't quite your thing. Many older adults are seizing this time to explore new vocations, take on passion projects, or return to a field they know and love, this time with fresh perspective and less pressure. Interestingly, the job market is rolling out the welcome mat. With labor shortages in various industries, employers are recognizing the value of experienced, reliable workers. And seniors are known not just for their knowledge, but also for their strong work ethic and professionalism. Whether it's mentoring, consulting, or taking on a new challenge entirely, older workers bring something invaluable to the table. Unretiring isn't just about money or boredom. It's about redefining what this stage of life looks like. Retirement isn't the end of the road anymore. It's a new beginning, full of possibilities. So if you're feeling that itch to get back in the game, don't hesitate. The workforce needs you, and chances are you might just need it too. The now list. Hold the seed oil, please. Maybe you've seen the billboards for Steak and Shake that read, "You had me at beef tallow." Well, it's a clever nod to the famous line from Jerry Maguire, reworked to proudly promote the restaurant's use of beef tallow in its cooking. But it's more than just a nostalgic ad campaign. It's part of a much bigger story. Across the food world, there's a noticeable shift happening. Restaurants, hotels, and now even senior living communities are moving away from industrial seed oils like canola, soybean, corn, and sunflower, and turning back to traditional fats like olive oil, avocado oil, butter, and yes, beef tallow. For decades, seed oils were the default in both home and commercial kitchens. They were cheap, shelf-stable, and considered the healthier choice. But now, more people are taking a second look. Those oils are highly processed and high in unstable polyunsaturated fats, and concerns about their long-term effects on health are fueling the new seed oil-free movement. Research suggests that high intake of seed oils can be linked to increased levels of inflammation, which in turn is linked to health issues, including heart disease, cancer, and obesity. Furthermore, processing of seed oils is reported to contribute to chronic disease, degenerative disease, and immune dysfunction. Ironically, it was the very concern for health that led to beef tallow's fall from grace in the first place back in 1990. McDonald's famously stopped using beef tallow in its fryers, replacing it with pure vegetable oil and sparking a nationwide trend. But now things are coming full circle. At Liberty Senior Living's Hayes Barton Place in Raleigh, North Carolina, this change is being embraced in a big way. They've become the first senior living community in the country to earn seed oil-free certified status from the Seed Oil-Free Alliance. This is the nation's first certification program dedicated to increasing the availability of seed oil-free food options. This designation, usually associated with high-end restaurants and hotels, has to be earned through a comprehensive process. Hayes Barton Place has replaced seed oils entirely in its kitchen, crafting from-scratch sauces, dressings, and even mayonnaise using extra virgin olive oil, butter, and beef tallow where appropriate. Nicole Cook is Vice President of Operations at Liberty Senior Living. She says it's all about aligning with their residents' wellness goals. She says that they're attracting more and more residents who are health conscious. They appreciate them integrating best practices into everything that they do, including food preparation. But this isn't a beef tallow revival story alone. At Hayes Barton Place, the emphasis is really on a quality and a healthy culinary program that features organic, locally sourced ingredients, wholesome cooking methods, and an overall dining philosophy that supports the luxury senior living community's dedication to holistic well-being. It's a small change that reflects a much larger commitment, rethinking how food is prepared, why it matters, and what it means to age well. A few things worth passing along. The wisdom exchange. Throughout history, one thing has remained true. People love to give advice. Whether it's whispered between friends, shouted from soapboxes, or posted on social media, Humans have an irresistible urge to share what they've learned, sometimes through brilliance, sometimes through blunders. Advice has been around as long as language itself. Ancient philosophers filled scrolls with their wisdom. Parents have shared it at every opportunity, and even in inopportune times, and friends have offered it over countless cups of coffee or glasses of wine. Sometimes the words are profound and life-changing. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. Other times, they're questionable at best. Collect Beanie Babies. They'll be worth something someday. Or a little sunburn is good for you. Or maybe not. We've all heard advice that make us pause and think, and advice that make us roll our eyes and cover our ears. Some is rooted in experience, earned through trial and error. Some is based on hope or even wishful thinking. And some, maybe even a lot, should have stayed unspoken. But no matter how it's delivered, advice connects us through shared humanity. It's a reminder that we've all stumbled, learned, and grown. There's something magical about the idea of passing on a bit of wisdom that might spare someone else from a painful mistake or to inspire them to take a leap we once feared. Advice can shape how we treat others, how we see ourselves, or how we navigate the unpredictable twists of life. It's a gift of perspective wrapped in hindsight. Of course, hindsight is the key word. We all have moments when we think, if I only knew then what I know now. If we could time travel back to our younger selves, what would we say? Would we warn ourselves about heartbreak, encourage more adventures, or simply say, relax, it all works out? As we move forward, Liberty Connects podcast will feature a segment celebrating a timeless exchange of wisdom. We're encouraging our listeners to share advice from their own lives. Whether it's funny, ridiculous, serious, or anything in between, some lessons we've learned the hard way, others through joy, but all have the potential to carry some truth worth sharing. Because whether it's good advice or bad, requested or not, one thing's for sure. Advice reminds us that every generation has something to teach and something still to learn. I hope today's stories and insights have inspired you to enjoy life even more. Please subscribe to our podcast and share it with family and friends. Next month, we'll talk about grandma video gamers, the conundrum of pickleball, cool hearing aids, and more. I'm Lisa Fielding. Thank you for joining me. Be sure to tune in on the 5th of each month for more Liberty Connect stories and ideas. To learn more about us, visit libertyseniorliving.com.